uh, Whoops. Stellaris is the craziest experience I've had in years. There's honestly an insane number of ways to actually play this game that it can give somebody a stroke from sensory input from how many ways you can play this game. If you were to quickly rapid fire list them off, you'd just have a stroke. It'd be too much. Have you ever wanted to bankrupt your galactic neighbors through trade deals and potentially make a net gain by offering them nothing? Well, guess what? You can. What are you gonna go to war with when I take all your monthly alloys, bitch? I gotta ask, do you like politics? Oh, yeah, of course. Who am I kidding? Of course you do. I'm sure you love forcing your own democracy on other people. Well, guess what? Once you discover enough alien friends to spread your democracy with, you can actually form something called the Galactic Community. And now this Galactic Community is real fun. If you were to forcefully spread your democracy to other galactic neighbors and make their vassalization restricted voting. They can't vote for themselves, but when you vote they have to vote with you. So suddenly the only person making rules in the galaxy is you, and it's like, yeah, I call that democracy. And if you have a certain DLC, I can't remember exactly which one it is, but it actually allows you to turn the galactic community into the Imperium, or not Imperium, but like some empire thing, and you can become the emperor of it, which is pretty sick. And I'm pretty sure you get some new unique options with that. And everybody addresses you as, the emperor, which is pretty neat. Have you ever thought about perhaps playing as a devouring swarm hive mind? What would you do in that situation? How would you conquer the galaxy? Would you be isolated in a corner and build up your resources for a while? Or do you go to war immediately with everything you find, stretching out like a cancerous little infection throughout the galaxy, deleting all sentient life and absorbing it into yourself? Or you can be a political hive mind. I don't know why, but yeah, that's a thing too. Yet another opportunity that you can commit to in this game is building a giant spear around a star to harvest its monthly energy output. Put that monthly energy output into the marketplace to fuel your Zor drug addicted populace. Now, I'm not saying I have any personal experience with such an activity, but I am saying that there is a likelihood in which you could probably potentially do this. So, as you're playing through a match, you might notice these guys called Fallen Empires. And when you try to talk to them, they're like, oh, we're too good for you and your primitive civilization. And then they come begging and pissing themselves for one of your smart people. Yeah, primitive, go fuck yourself. Anyways, these little upstart goblins are basically the leftover degenerates from the previous galactic era. I don't know why they're still around, but goddamn, their technology's strong, and yeah, they got planet crackers too. Now, these nifty little guys tend to make your planets no longer planets. They make them into nice little ornaments for the star nearby. Speaking of the star nearby, I love the visuals of this game. Every time I'm not staring at the map for like an hour straight, watching dots move across this entire screen rapidly, I am watching, or I am just zooming into the stars or like the little asteroid filled things. And honestly, this game just looks gorgeous. Even the ships look really nice as well. That's probably why it runs like shit when you have like 1,000 of them on screen. But hey, you gotta sacrifice some things for the luxuries in life. One thing I have noticed though is that the black holes look kind of funky. I can't really put my finger on it, but if I was forced to defend that point, I'd say they look very not distorted enough and very, very calm. Like, I'm not expecting a full-on accretion disk. I get that it's not eating material, but like, it just looks too, I don't know, geometrically stable? Is that the proper word? Like, it looks like it's a ball. I don't know, like, I can't quite describe it other than it just looks kind of wrong. Like, visually it looks nice, it's just not what I would expect a black hole to look like, I guess. I also love how this game just has so many random events that occur throughout playing, and they definitely help fill the time in the early game when there's not much happening. Yeah, it's a lot of reading, but it's not too bad, and they're really interesting. Like, there's this odd factory one where like one of your workers go missing at some point and you could just completely ignore it, and just keep pumping out like alloys or something. It's kind of funny. There's another one where like this labyrinth pops up, this mysterious labyrinth, and if you completely ignore it, it turns out like there's this species trying to like extra dimensional species or some shit trying to like spectate you. And the fact that you didn't go and like because they kept trying to like change it to make it more tempting to go in, and you just completely ignore it, and they're like, well shit, okay, that was interesting, didn't expect them to ignore it, and then they leave something and it's like some extra materials or some shit. It's just funny stuff like that. This game has so much content that you cannot easily absorb it in one playthrough or two or three or four or five. Hell, I played this game for almost about 200 hours now, and I cannot honestly, like, there's some systems in the game that I still just do not understand, and I'm still playing over and over again just to figure out how the hell like ship designer still fucking eludes me to a degree and whatnot. And my goodness, is it so addicting. I have had days where I started playing at 3 and I've looked down and it's like 8 to 9 already, and it's just like, wow, whoa, where did the time go? So yeah, that's basically been almost like, God, honestly, like I just completely forgot to do anything with the channel. I've been completely addicted to this Stellaris game. So yeah, I have some, or I've finally gotten Halo working again, and I want to make some more Halo content. I wanted to do like a full list, or like a, I wanted to rate every gun from the Halo franchise, but I also realized that was going to be a lot of work, and I was thinking, damn, maybe I want to talk about what was it, Tip of the Spear? I don't know if it was Tip of the Spear. The mission that George blows himself up in, and you go inside the Corvette. I wanted to talk about that mission because God, I love that mission. Mainly because you go inside the Corvette, and the Corvette's purple and alien, and goodness, do I love Corvettes. They look so cool, especially as they're blowing up Breach. Wasn't that fun? Hey, just want to say thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, you know, leave a like, tell me what you thought. And also, like, if you like RTXs or fucking space-based games, if you ever see Stellaris on sale and you're not opposed to reading a bunch in a game, then this game is totally worth picking up and playing. Even like the only downside is that it can feel a bit plain without the DLC, but I played the game for about 100 hours without the DLC, and I was completely satisfied with my purchase by that point, before I even started getting DLC. So definitely worth the purchase. Oh, and this game has enough workshop content to make the Library of Alexandria look like your local bookstore. Like, the amount of content in the workshop is absolutely insane. Anywho, see you next week.